My name is Maya, and I'd like to tell you a story. I was 22 when I got my psychology degree. I didn't even like psychology, but whatever. It was too late. I was already signed up for grad school. Finally, I had a few months off. I wasn't quite sure what to do with my time, so I started looking for a job, a real job, a job in psychology, I guess. But bad economy, they say. I couldn't really find one, and that's how I ended up working at a bar. You know, sometimes I just wished I had a boyfriend.
But the sweet tremble when we touched, it's all I recall today. Now I'm out of reach. There's nowhere this can go, and I shouldn't have called, but I can't stand.
My daddy's friend found me this temp job at an immigration center. Basically, it's this big holding tank for people seeking asylum in the country. They came from everywhere: Asia, Africa, Eastern Europe. It often took months for a decision to be made whether they could stay in the country or they'll be deported. God, it smelled horrible in there. I felt bad for those people. Actually, I get pretty good at seeing signs of depression just by looking at someone's file. I looked at a lot of files. In fact, that's all I did was look at files. Clinical depression, PTSD, anxiety, they're all typical textbook examples. After a few weeks at a job, we had a suicide case. It was a man who was there with his son. The security camera showed him the night before, gently caressing the boy's forehead while he slept. He kissed his son, grabbed his scarf, walked to the bathroom, locked himself. He never came out. The investigators were very nice and had a short talk with me. One of them was wondering why the man had killed himself on the eve of his deportation. One more day and all his issues would have been problems for his own country, not ours. The son went to foster care after he read his father's letter telling him to study hard and become someone. The father couldn't take it anymore. He was too miserable, too weary. He left me an envelope. It was a piece of paper torn from a legal pad where he wrote 36-3. I stayed at a job until the fall, when I started grad school. One evening, there it was again, 36-3. Nothing made sense to me until the next day when I heard it on the news talking about some law, some number dash some other number. That's when I thought, could 36-3 be a law? Could it be some article from some law? But which one? Article 36-3 says that underage people who don't have any living relatives or whose relatives cannot be found will not be deported. We're automatically given the status of refugee and put into foster care.